Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and I am here with an actual Temu haul, and then we'll do some advent calendars at the end. Now, I am not sure how this is going to go. This is my first video on this new laptop that I have, and I did a little test and it came out okay, but we'll see. You'll have to let me know if it's weird. But I've been like monkeying around with the sharpness of the image because when I first got into it, it was pretty blurry. And then I spent all this time trying to figure out how to mirror because on my old laptop, I could mirror it so that I didn't have to take the time to mirror it after the fact. And I could not find anything. So I was like, well, forget this. I'll just look it up or stuff will be backwards. But then when I did my little test to make sure the microphone was working and all that stuff, it was mirrored on its own. So yay. So now I can possibly pause if I need to, that kind of thing, but we'll see. We'll see if this device is any good for this. So anyway, let's get started. So I let all four of my kids get 10 things for um these are my mystery boxes that I do on this channel where I have them pick out 10 things, and the criteria is that it's got to be no more than $30 and they have to get 10 things. And so I let each of them uh do that since we're in, December for Christmas, and the stuff all came today. So I got it divided out. And so this one is the stuff that my oldest daughter, who was a senior in high school, picked out. So just keep that in mind. I know we're kind of getting to the point where it's too late for gift ideas, but um, if you order from Amazon or Walmart or something, you would still have time if you can find some of these. And I just remembered that I wanted to I wanted to do a nail with you guys. So I should go grab that real quick and do that while we're doing this so you can see how easy it is. So let me take advantage of the fact that I can pause, and I will be right back. Okay, so you make sure it's going. Okay, it's going. So I went up and got the nail stuff, and just because we're down here, I grabbed a paper plate. Wow, that's bright. So maybe my brightness is a little too much. You can't see anything, but I have a damp paper towel on here folded on this plate, and then I've got my dip and my brush, and I've got some emery boards, and then this came in the mail today too. Okay, let me go over here and see if I can do something about this brightness. Let's use this as a test. See if I can do this one-handed. Well, now we're just dark. So that may mean I need to do something more with contrast or something like that. So anyway, I got this set from Temu today in the mail. This is just, you can buy, Temu has sets of just powder, just liquids, or some with both. And I believe I got this for free as one of the daily gift um, options. But I'm not going to use these because I've got my ones that are already open. But I noticed something when I was getting this out that I wanted to show you guys. So this is the brand Gnosis that I don't know how they pronounce that, but that's the brand I've been buying off of Temu. This is Model Ones. So you can see they've kind of stolen that look. Whoa, that's dark. Okay. How am I going to fix this, you guys? This isn't going to work very well if we can't see anything. I think I was at 10 before I started goofing with it. Well, maybe 9. Okay. We're just gonna go with it. So anyway, you start out with dip number 1. I may have to rethink the placement of my ring light. So this, all you're going to do, you start with a clean nail. You could have buffed it beforehand. I buffed this one today because the stuff came off of this one today. This one's had a day or so. So I will say when I did this manicure, I was trying to follow some recommendations of other YouTubers, and they suggested doing your first coat like just the bottom half of your nail to kind of give it that arch look that people want. But it doesn't leave as much stuff down there, so it's weaker, or I just didn't do it right. So I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I think I'm just going to try to do an even amount the whole way. So I'm just going to take this and polish it on my nail. It doesn't have to be very thick. We're going to be doing this 3 times. So I know you can't see, but I'm just getting it on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. And we've got our powder here. Let's put this plate on my lap. So I'm just going to literally stick my finger in here and dip it down and pull it out like that. And then I usually just kind of tap it. I learned the first time that if I immediately started brushing, it brushed off some of the powder. So we're going to leave this like this for the moment. And just to get it up a little closer so you can see what that looks like. So now we're just going to haul an item, and that should give this enough. They say like 60 seconds, but we'll haul an item and then come back to it. All right, so this is the first item. So we've got a really cute kind of mini Lego knockoff panda and cute moon building blocks. There's 428 pieces in here, and this is what it looks like. And see what we paid. So, how was your weekend? So, I missed you guys yesterday. I get on things and then I can't let go. So, I was Saturday and Sunday, I was spending creating digitals for my planner series that I'm wanting to do. So, I got a bunch of digitals loaded for sale on my Etsy shop. And because I want to actually keep a planner in the new year, I'm just going to do a 3-ring binder with my digitals. And I don't know if I'm going to pick one day a week on this channel to kind of fill out the stuff for that week. So if you want to do that with me, bring your own planner. BYOP. But if you don't have a planner, feel free to look at my Etsy shop just in case you like what I created. And I think I've got everything pretty reasonably priced, considering 50 cents from every item that you purchase from my shop goes to buy goats for people. So yeah, I thought that might be, I got several different where you can piece things they all coordinate with each other, but you can piece them together. And I tried to do it in a way that you could do it all very cheaply, or if you were somebody who likes all the colors that are in the set kind of thing, then you can get more. And I have things packaged together, similar item things packaged together to where it's cheaper to get the set than the individual pieces, but some pieces are just individual. I don't know. So yeah, so I was kind of working on that over the weekend, and we kind of tried to do a trial run Christmas dinner yesterday. So yeah, so that's what I was doing this weekend. How about you? Did you guys if you didn't have to work, did you enjoy your time off? We had rain. It was kind of rainy, which always makes me not want to leave the house. Not like I need any help not wanting to leave the house, but yeah, it was more so. All right, so this little um Lego kit, mock Lego kit was $4.49. We got a price adjustment. There is a user manual on the listing, which probably tells you how to put it together. And this listing has multiple different animals. So she picked out the panda, and it is currently selling for $4.64. And let's open it up and see what we get. Okay, hold on. I've got a notebook down here that's threatening to flip over. And scissors. Let's see if I can cut with this thumb. Actually, it's been long enough that I could wipe this. But being as we have the time, let's use it to get the best manicure we can get. So you get your building block, and then you get your instructions. And nothing against Lego, but I don't think that there's any real proprietary advantage to Legos over knockoffs unless plastic is better quality. I don't know. But to me, they're not much different. So I don't mind doing the Temu ones. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and I would normally be holding my finger over the little pot, but I'm just going to, just so you can see, you're going to just brush off the excess off the back too. And usually the first time, um, it like I don't usually do very like over here, see, I didn't get enough um stuff on that side, so I need to pay more attention this time to doing it, but it's a little hard doing that while I'm showing you. So this one I'm going to stick my hand over here, and so then you just literally repeat this process. Well, I like 3 layers, but you probably, I think the instructions I got with the model ones said 3 layers, but you could do more or less, just kind of up to you. But then you just load it again. Always afraid I'm going to knock things over. And it does, oh crap. Okay, good. This is still number 1. For a minute there, I thought I pulled the gel step 3. So having these both brands out here was confusing me. Okay, so, and of course, you're trying not to get this on your skin. So you could have a corrector pen or whatever, but your timing is kind of limited. You want to get it re-dipped before it dries out on your nail. So again, you can just do some light tapping, and we will go to another product. But yeah, you do get it. Well, you can't see that very well. There is some on my hands that now I'm just going to wipe on my sweatpants because that's how I roll. And let's move on. All right, next we got she bought my mom's van, so she wanted a steering wheel cover. She has kind of a tan interior, so that's why she picked this. And these are a pain in the butt to get on the steering wheel, but then once they're on, it's nice. And her van is old enough that it doesn't have heated steering wheel, that kind of thing. So that's why she wanted one of these, so it wouldn't be so cold when we have these cold days. And let's make sure I don't get any powder on it. Ugh. So one thing I've noticed with bit powder, it does, once it's kind of starts to degrade, it does chip off more so than gel polish would. So, like, gel polish would have more of a tendency to peel, whereas this would have this. This has a tendency to chip off, but I've noticed that, so, I used to peel my gel polish off, and that's not good for your nails. Don't do that. And I'm sure you're also not supposed to just, you know, um, chip away at this polish either. But I did, of course, and it wasn't as harmful to my nail. Like, I didn't have as much, like, the gel polish really can pull off layers of your nail, but this really didn't. So to me, that's another um, advantage of the dip over the gel. But when it chips, it's pretty noticeable. And um, the gel, you can kind of, like, even when it starts to peel off a little bit, you can kind of keep pushing it down until you get to where you can replace it. And when I tried to remove this with the acetone, that was, like, really hard. So they they all have their quirks and advantages between each other. Okay, the steering wheel cover, we paid $1.64, got one price adjustment, and it comes in gray, beige, which is what we got, beige, black, and brown, and it's currently retailing for $141. So that's a really good price. And looks looks like that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out here with this because you can't see any detail when I'm showing things. Okay, let's repeat with the brush. I try not to get too much powder like under the nail because I noticed that uh as I'm like fidgeting with it like a day or so later and I feel like there's powder under there, and it's also kind of activated and set. So when I go to kind of chip that off, sometimes if it's still connected to like the end of the nail or the top, then it does chip the top. So try not to put myself in that situation since I am kind of a picker. So that's another thing. Okay, so I'm going to do my last round of this. But overall, I really like this process. It's way, way easier than I thought. And even when you do get it on your skin, it seems to come off of your skin way better or easier than it does um, if it were gel or traditional. All right, one more dip. But you can see why I didn't think I could do this with my toes, right? My, or at least my big toe was not going to fit in this, so that's why I got that other um like tray system. All right, so here's after the third dip. Well, it looks all the same to you probably. But all right, so we got some stickers. So this daughter likes to crochet, and she likes to crochet things for her friends or anybody that's kind of willing to pay her for things. So several of the things in this haul are kind of crochet themed. So we've got stickers and um, well, okay, well, she's not a crochet mom yet, thankfully. See, I can't read these because they're all backwards to me, but they are kind of a glossy, probably PVC kind of. Yes, I am bilingual. I speak fluent. Oh, well, then it goes into some sort of crochet pattern. Crochet is self-care. Now, Temu has some funny crochet-based like t-shirts and stuff. I never thought I'd grow up to be a hooker. Things. So whenever I see those, I always send them to her just, for a laugh. But it has become, a fun joke. All right, so this sticker set was really hate how my glasses prescription is such that it's like, okay, it's perfect for like this, but if I want to do anything like this, I don't need my glasses. And I, of course, don't want to be like this. So I look ridiculous. Okay. There were 100 stickers in that set. We paid $276, got a price adjustment, and they retail today for $276. And did it say crochet and knitting themed stickers, synthetic paper, cartoon patterns, self-adhesive decals for plastic, glass, metal, ceramic, waterproof, reusable, irregular shapes for crafters age 14 plus. That's a weird thing to put on stickers. All right. Let's go brush off the last time and then get our lid on this pot so we don't have a catastrophe. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if I dumped this on the carpet? Yikes. All right, so then usually I kind of need to brush off the outside of this too. So I do that kind of so it'll hopefully get on this wet paper towel. But in general, once you start working with this stuff, everything's going to feel just a little bit powdery. So I'll get it put back in my drug bag, which is currently where I'm keeping these little pots. Now we need to do the activator step, which is step 2. You can't see that. 2. And it is like a alcohol, like a rubbing alcohol. That's the kind of texture. It evaporates, it like soaks in and evaporates pretty quickly. So you're not really gonna really see anything like that. And I don't know that you can put too much of this on. I just kind of go till it looks like it's all been kind of saturated. And you can see, well, maybe you can't. My brush is a little bit red now at the bottom. And usually in these sets of liquid, they give you a brush saver, which I'm guessing you can dip your brush in there and it will kind of clean it. Guessing. Okay, so I've got that all activated now. So I'm going to let it sit while we do another item. I'm like extra paranoid about the lighting in this video. It feels gray kind of, and I tried adjusting to get more color, but then it was like I was jaundiced, which that's not a good look. All of my babies had jaundice because they were born in the winter. Well, I guess not technically. They were all born between March and no, between November and March. And they all had jaundice. And it was usually the time of year when you can't really go outside to get sunlight. So they had to be under the UV lights with their little masks on their eyes, to protect them and stuff. That was what a pain that was. All right, so here we've got Passenger Princess. So she's going to put this, she was going to put it on it's, I think, meant for the mirror, the passenger seat mirror to come down in the car. But person that she got this for probably doesn't ever look in the mirror. So she's going to put it on the outside window, like the passenger window. But it's pretty small. So I don't know if she realized it was going to be this small, but maybe that's good. Then it'll just be an inside joke between the two of them. And it's black. It's not like it's pink or something, which they probably have these in other colors, I imagine. But I know she's looking forward to this person seeing it for the first time. Okay, that I'm still holding my thumb up, but it doesn't have the powder on it anymore, so I really could be touching things, but I'm still okay. Passenger Princess. Well, there it is. It was the very last thing. We paid $1.05 and got 2 price adjustments. And it's currently, it comes in black, light pink, dark pink, white, and a reflective color. And the black is currently 82 cents. And it is weather resistant. Now, I will say I don't know. I don't know if the playback of this will be, but it kind of washes out my face a little bit, which kind of makes it seem like I have good skin. So I can't complain about that. All right, so after the first activator step, then you take your buffer, whatever kind of buffer you've got, and then you're buffing the whole surface. So all I do is I buff it until it all looks consistently white. So let me do a little bit here. So you can kind of see that I'm getting it buffed. So I just kind of make it all look uniform. And if I had some on my skin, I could buff that off, or if it was gloopy is not the right word. This isn't gloopy, but if there was too much had settled in these crevices, then I could kind of try to fix that. So it looks like we are going to do dessert with my parents on Christmas Day. And I don't know what else we'll do. We'll open presents. We used to always watch a movie, but I don't know if that'll be being there for too long. We had a good visit with my mom on Saturday. She was using her mom mug that I had gotten her years ago and pointed out how she liked the mug. Now, she didn't know I gave it to her, but she liked it. But then later on in the evening, and she was like getting up to go into the kitchen, so I didn't ask her like what she meant. Later on in the evening, she was like pointing out that she was using this mom mug, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not a mom anymore. I should go put this back and get a different mug." So, not sure what that meant. If it was like, I'm not a mom anymore because my kid doesn't live with me anymore, or if it's I'm not a mom anymore because something else has happened to my kid. I don't know what I I didn't because she was kind of walking out of the room when she said that. I didn't get a chance to kind of ask her what she meant by that. Um, so that was kind of interesting. And I think I told you guys that we usually watch NCIS when we're over there because in this area, or maybe I don't know if it's a nationwide thing, but we have, well, I don't know. I guess I don't know what channel we're watching this on. I was going to say it was one of the free local channels, but I don't think it is. Um, so whatever channel it is, it plays like nonstop NCIS on Saturdays. And so we are usually watching that when we're over there. And David McCallum was on that show and has, of course, since died. And at a ripe old age of 90 something. But my mom knows that he has died. She doesn't know her parents have died, but she knows that he has died. And it really bothers her when she sees him because she'll first say, "Now you know he died, right?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then she's like, "I don't understand why they still have him on the show." Like like that's her thought is, "Why do they still have him on here? He died. Why, you know?" And I'm like, "I know he filmed this before he died." And it's almost like she thinks that they should take him. I don't know what she thinks actually. I don't know if she thinks they should take him out of the episode. Um, like I don't know. Or if it's she can't comprehend that this happened in the past and so he would be on there. I mean, it's a weird thing to figure out. But all right, so after you get done buffing it all out, I mean, you could also feel it to see if it's smooth. Then you're supposed to go wash your hand. So I'm going to pause again, go upstairs and wash this hand, and then come back and we have to activate it one more time. And then do we have to buff it again? I don't think so. I don't think we have to buff it again unless we feel like it's not as smooth as we want. But so I think we'll just activate it and then we can put the gel on. So I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I've washed this and I don't like use soap. I don't know if you're supposed to or not, but I just pretty much rinse it. I figure they're just trying to get remaining powder off maybe and what you buffed. So I'm going to do one more activator layer. Should have put a sweater on while I was upstairs. And I'm going to try to do a better job around my cuticles because I found a couple spots when I did this um, this manicure where I really wasn't paying enough attention by the cuticles, and so there were parts that um, didn't really seem cured. So I think you can be pretty liberal with this activator step. Because it evaporates, I think you don't have to worry about getting it on your skin and stuff. I think. All right, so we're going to let that dry again. So we'll do another. So she got the Granny Square card deck. I've seen this on there and I thought this would be really interesting. I'm assuming they're patterns. Oh yeah, it says 50 mix and match designs. And like she has made comments that she doesn't think she could ever like knit a whole blanket because that would get boring after a while. But that is what's perfect about these is you just, knit your little squares and they can all be different and then you put them all together. All right, so you open it up and you get a booklet. A booklet, which has super tiny print that you can't see. And is it the pattern? Yeah, it's the instructions for each square, but then you also get the squares. So it's got what it would look like on one side, and then it's got, yeah, I'm gonna have to, I think it's that light. I wonder why that, I mean, the camera itself is kind of in the same kind of place that it was on the tablet I was using, so I don't know why, but I think I did have this kind of problem before when I had a computer. Um, so maybe this won't be the best way to do this, but anyway, so it, and it tells you what page the instructions are on. So my guess is because it's such tiny print, you would take a picture of that page so that you could then expand it to see what the instructions are. But I think this is a cute, oh, well, I only showed you one. Let's look at a couple for those of you out there that like to sew or knit or crochet. And then obviously you could use whatever colors you're wanting to use. But yeah, isn't that a great idea? I think that's a brilliant idea. And what a great little source. I wonder if anybody, do you think anybody ever makes the granny squares and just sells the granny squares by themselves to people who want to put it together themselves but just don't want to make the square? Like, is that a thing? Well, they say you can't really have original ideas, so somebody has probably thought of that before. All right, now we are going to go with step number 3, which is the gel top. And you paint this on your nail just like any other gel polish, but you don't have to cure it. So I'm going to again do it over here so I can sort of control what I'm doing. This is what brings the shine. And because you're not curing this, you do need to work a little bit faster because it does start to, it's like self-curing. Once it starts to get kind of tacky, like you can tell with the brush that it's getting tacky, then you're kind of running out of time for that layer. So it's looking pretty good. And I'm going to do a second gel layer. And I think that's all the instructions say, but I'm sure you could do a third gel layer if you wanted to. I don't know if there's advantages or disadvantages to that, but I can see that I didn't get all the way back to my cuticle, so I need to make sure pay a little bit more attention when I do that. But it only takes like 60 seconds for this to harden. So she got a couple of pins. Look at both of those. Oh, I didn't tell you the price of the granny square, so I'll tell you that too. This one says, "Don't open evil inside." And it is a cute cat. I really like the colors on that pin. I love those colors. And the second one I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is from a game or a computer game, but it looks like that. And my nose is wanting to run. Awesome. Okay. That that was apparently a charming cartoon frog that we paid $1.08 for. It's currently $1.17. So it probably is from something that I just don't recognize. The granny squares, we paid $8.73 for that 50 card set, and it's currently $8.57. And the there was another pin in there that we'll get to. But the other pin that was like, don't open this, was $1.63. Oh, and it's been discontinued. So you're out of luck on that one. All right, so usually then before I put the second coat, I usually take the back of and just make sure there's no sticky. And I learned or I started doing that when I used like old-fashioned polish, and that was never a good idea because then it would make a mark. But I don't know. That's just what I do. So I'm going to put the second coat on. And make sure I get those spots that I kind of missed the first time. It can be a little challenging to kind of see where you're at with this to make sure it's kind of an even coat because it is kind of easy to get too much. But we're going to say we did okay. Again, it takes about 60 to 90 minutes. 60 to 90 seconds, not minutes, to cure. All right. Next, we have a makeup bag. Again, with the crochet theme. Don't talk to me, I'm counting. But it's, I of course love brights against black backgrounds. So that is cute. I'm gonna have to pause just to blow my nose once I'm done with my nail. All right, that bag. Um, 256. And it's currently 259. And it was just like a little canvas bag. I guess I should have didn't really show you that, but it's a makeup bag, you guys know. All right. Are we No. Amy, why did you do that? Okay, well, luckily I can't tell that I just kind of messed it up because it's glittery. So that was not long enough to hold it or for it to have. It probably just means that I had a little bit too much on. You really don't need to do like thick coats of gel because you can do it multiple times and then it'll even out. So yeah, so it needs to go a little bit longer. But yeah, normally it really doesn't. Normally, well, in my two whole experiences before this, it would have been dried already. So I think I probably did get a little too thick of a layer. All right, the other pin, third and final pin. It's a bottle of hats for your antidepressants, which you cannot see very well. Oh, it's kind of disappointing. I really need to figure out if what I can do to. It's like I want to use this device if I can. My YouTube business um computer, trying to make sure I spend enough to offset any taxes I might owe for this business. All right. Last. Aw. I wonder if she realized this was going to be this small. It's a cute little cat with yellow eyes, black cat with yellow eyes. But yeah, I kind of thought from the listing that this was going to be way bigger. But luckily, it wasn't me that picked it out. These kids picked their own stuff out, so it's on them if it's smaller than they thought. But it's a cute little guy that would just a knick-knack paddywhack sit somewhere. All right. So that I think was the last. Yep, that was the last of her 10 items that she got. What'd you think? Do you think she did a good job? Were they different and interesting things for you to look at? I mean, that's kind of the goal for these special ones. All right. How much was that little cat? Yeah, see, they have it sitting kind of next to a plant, so you think it's a little bit bigger, but the plant is also apparently dollhouse size. Charming wooden kitten figurine. We paid 245, and it is currently 246. So, if you're paying attention, you'd be able to tell that that was super small, but oh yeah, and it's got a picture with the dimensions on it. So, all right, let's try it again. Okay, yeah. So now it's totally done. How did I do? Is it done on the sides? Yes. So I may put a third coat on here after we're done, since I did kind of nick that one spot, but you really can't tell because it's glittery. Glittery polish is very forgiving. So now I'm back to a full set. Well, I've got a little chip down here, but so then later tonight I'll do this one. But yeah, so it's super simple to do and really would have not taken as much time as it did here because I was obviously talking and doing stuff in between. But yeah, I love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. And just the fact that it's done is great. And obviously, if you don't have, it doesn't require a lamp. So it would be very easy to do while you're traveling. It's great. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second and then come right back for advent calendars. All right, you guys. So it's 9 days till Christmas. And I am taking PTO this Friday. So hopefully we can get still haven't put the tree up. Ugh, I don't know. It may be Christmas Day before we get and then would you still put it up if it was that day and you still hadn't gotten it up? I don't know. All right. Um, we've got 2 days worth to do. We're going to kind of book it through this part because we're already at 49 minutes and we don't need to talk as much about all the things that we're going to see. This keeps like thing in my Temu shirt. All right, so the 10-day to go is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's gonna drive me nuts. I wonder if I tip screen down just a little bit. Well, now I need to like sit back. Does that help any? Maybe a little bit, but not quite. I guess it's just super sensitive. Maybe if I can, I was going to say, put something over that is that's a little bit better, I guess. But of course, now you see more of my shelves. So I shrink down. Okay. Trivia. The Griswold family's plans for a big family Christmas predictably turn into a big disaster. Well, yeah. See, I really wish these had trivia. Like, I would like to know. I like trivia. I really like movie trivia. But some are just synopses. Trying to make sure I keep these in order. All right, day 9 is the holiday. Two women troubled with guy problems swap homes in each other's countries where they each meet a local guy and fall in love. Oh, that's what Kate Winslet and Charlize, was it Charlize Theron in that one? I can't remember who the blonde was. I think I've seen that maybe once, probably shortly after it came out. All right, so there were your movies. And then we'll do one bucket list. Yeah, see, now it's just. So our bucket list item is make a gingerbread house. No, thank you. I hate gingerbread cookies. And I can't imagine I would like making a gingerbread house either. It seems messy and blech. How's that for Christmas spirit? All right. Now, we're not going to tell anybody, but I only have one of these to open for you today because I opened one earlier today when I had a sugar craving. So we only need to open box 16 if I can find it. They've got like little stars on them. Oh, there it is in the corner. Let's not mess up my brand new nail right away. Oh, yay, another red circle. I did get a rectangle when I pulled out day 15. It was just a plain chocolate rectangle, but. And then we've got our Temu bracelets. I don't know if it was this one or not, but I saw another bracelet one today when I was surfing Temu, and it said, or on it, the second bracelet was at the very end. So that's probably what's happening to us here. All right, so day 15 is a dangle of mittens. And we're not going to try to put them on the bracelet because we really should be on the second bracelet by now. And then day 16. Oh, it's a cute stocking, enamel painted stocking. Yep. So love that. These are still available. And then we have our hookah tea from Amazon. The links to all these products will be in the description below. And we're looking for the 15th and the 16th. All right, the 15th is lemongrass and ginger. And it's an herbal, an uplifting lemony zing with a gingery rush. Well, we don't really like the gingery rush in this mouth, so we'll have to see. These ginger ones, I kept the one ginger one that was okay, but you never know if it's going to be okay or not till you try it. And so I may take those to work. But this one said meditate for a few minutes today in a way that works for you. And then the 16th is radiance. It's better over here. Maybe a little, not really. Radiance. And this one is a radiant blend of fennel, nettle, and peppermint. Oh, nettle is a problem for me. It came up on my food sensitivity test also. But I may still try it. But again, it's an herbals. You can use boiling water and steep for as long as you want. Oh, and the little saying for that one was a simple cup of pure herbal beauty to glow from the inside out. Well, yeah, I would probably glow since my body would react poorly to that. So that one will probably have to go to work too. But yeah, that's funny. It'll glow. My house already backs up to a creek that is known to have um uh biohazard material that was dumped in that at the airport. So our airport, um, there was a company or companies that used to back in the 50s as part of the Manhattan Project would dump radioactive materials in the creek that ran by the airport, which runs right up behind my house. And the Army's been out and has done all kinds of testing and stuff. And of course, the tests come back negative, but they had to close my kid's school because it was also on the property. And supposedly they found radioactive materials in the school and stuff. But that school's had been there for like 30 or 40 years. So I don't know. And when the Army Corps of Engineers came out to test our land, they didn't find anything that was. Now, I don't think you should go like jump in the creek and swim around in it, um, but there have been cases of cancer for people that live along it. So I'm not discounting it, but yeah, so I could be glowing from that. Maybe that's the source of my skin problems because I grew up here and the apartments that we lived in before my parents bought that place also was along that creek and it did flood at least once when we lived there. So here's our little game for the 15th. But I want to buy that school, you guys. I want to live in a school so bad. Why? Because it has so many rooms. You could have a room dedicated to like each hobby could have its own room. I could have a YouTube room. I could have a diamond painting room. I could have a um, TV watching room. I could have a library, obviously a kitchen. Now the showers, that would be probably I can't imagine there's any showers in it. But you'd have all those toilets. Not that you want to have lots of toilets to clean, but it would be like a great, well, not a radioactive school, but a regular school would be like a great place to have. Like the church that I used to go to, they meet in another church on a Saturday. Well, they could meet in my school instead for free. They wouldn't have to pay, to use the space. And if there were missionaries coming through, come stay at my radioactive school for free. You can, because you could think of all the bedrooms you could have, all these classrooms, if it wasn't your movie watching room, it could be a bedroom. All my kids would have their own room. And then someday when they all have kids, if they have kids, they could come and each grandkid could have their own room. I mean, like, how perfect would that be? And because it's a radioactive school, they should just give it to me, right? I mean, I shouldn't it's like they should want to get that off of their books. Don't want to have any more liability with that. Just who's going to want to buy it and use it for what would you even use it for? So Give it to me. So yeah, did I pull out the second one of those? I guess I did, and I was talking, so I was not paying attention to what it was. But I did I did email the board and ask them if they were looking to get rid of it, and I didn't get any response. But wouldn't that be so cool? That would be so I could have a room for my work office. Jason could have a room for his Legos. You could have room for his baseball cards. You have a game room. Oh, so we got through everything in the first 14 days, I guess. So then the second, this is the Pop Feel Holiday Glow. So the 15th, um, I haven't seen anybody haul this yet. So it is a eyeshadow palette. How do I get it open? Nicely wrapped in bubble wrap. So hopefully, oh, I did see. I maybe did see Erin haul this. She hauled something that was had little spots like this because I feel like she held up her finger or something next to it so you could see how small they were. So those are some pretty nice. They're very neutrally colors, which actually would work well with me. I mean, a lot of these colors are very similar, but I think I actually would use that. So that one I'm pretty happy with. Thanks, Pop Feel. And then actually, I don't want to put it back. Oh, yeah, I want to put it back in this. I don't want to put it back in the other one. And then the 16th looks like this. And what do we want to guess is in here? Lip balm. Another ultra matte lip. I'm pretty sure I would never wear, well, I would never wear a color like that on my lips. This feels more like a young person color, so I'm just going to put this in the girls bucket. But it is a Pop Feel Ultra Matte Lips. So I will say that the lip gloss that I got, I think from Pop Feel, and I was like, I don't like lip glosses because they're usually sticky. It wasn't sticky for some weird, weird thing. So, yeah, I actually used it again today. Not not for this video, but earlier today. It was actually I actually really like it. I was surprised. Okay. Well, that is our Pop Feel. Actually, let me put this back in here. Just put it on bottom. Well, the 15th was the biggest item in their whole calendar. So I don't know. Does that mean it's all downhill from here? Okay, well, of course I can't get this back in here. Oh, there it goes. All right, next we've got P Forte. I did have the Belgian mint today. Actually, I still have some in my Marshall's cup. I love this mug. It I figured Belgian mint it would be better hot, and it was good hot, but it is also good cold. But it was the chocolate mint one. All right. 15. And it was a T Forte one, which is why I guess why I'm talking about it while I'm opening T Forte. All right. This one is called African Solstice, and it is an herbal tea, naturally caffeine-free rooibos tea layered with sweet berries and rose. Oh, well, I said rose was okay in tea, so I will definitely try that. Try that one. I think I think really the only ones I won't try are the ginger ones. Those those are hit or miss, so I'd rather just give it to somebody who likes it, which is nobody here in my house, but oh yeah. Um, hopefully it worked. Right, winter chai. I love chai, which is weird because I tell you guys I don't like Indian spices and stuff. Um, or the warm spices. But chai is a lot of kind of those warm spices. But this says rooibos and exotic cardamom meet sweetly fragrant vanilla. Well, we know I'm not a big cardamom fan, but if it's done well, then it's okay. So it's another herbal tea. I've been surprised at how many of these teas in both calendars have been herbals. So they really are trying to cater to people that don't like or want caffeine. Me, on the other hand, is drinking a Coke like at 11 o'clock at night because I'm ridiculous. All right, now we have our slime calendar. This one's almost better to open two at a time because you get your slime and then you get your mix in. It was very thoughtfully created, this calendar. So my daughter's boyfriend is going to be doing blank day bingo, whatever day it ends up being. Oh no, I don't want to open this. Um, so I've got to figure out what I've already got and then find similar things, probably a Five Below, since it's too late to get things from Temu. Um, so that he has stuff to pick too. All right, we've got Space Adventure, and it looks like a butter slime in blue and purple. And some of those are going to become bingo gifts, I think. So the mix in that goes with this. Aw, there's a little astronaut and some more snow flakes. An astronaut holding a moonstone. Yep. So this is the same because I see paw prints. This is the same glittery stuff we had previously, except you get your astronaut. All right. One of these, I feel like I opened the wrong day because when I saw Erin open hers, I was like, I did not get one of those. So I may have I may have opened a day wrong at some point. I don't know. It feels like it was recent, but let's open the 15th. This one, the box is not made very well. Aw. Now my cats might play with this if there's some kind of catnip component. Doesn't make any noise, but it's a cute little fish. I should get some of that catnip spray and put it on there. So that one might be okay. And then what is this? What is this? What is a cat supposed to do with this except choke on it? I don't understand. I don't understand. Now, my cats would play with this because they would bat it around, but that's not safe for cats. Why would they just give you a pair of glasses? There is nothing else in this the 16th. Boo. That was bad. Side note, one of the cats I had when I was a kid was named Boo. All right. We've got our W7 Beauty Blast from Amazon, 15th and the 16th. Glasses. Why did they do that? Like, was mine just missing something? Was there something that those glasses were supposed to fall off of that they already fell off of for me? All right, Playful Pout. Um, Lipstick, Stay Golden. Ugh. Okay. Well, that's kind of a I don't like this color. Okay, well, it's a very unassuming color, but yeah, I don't wear colors like that. So this will go in the girls bucket. And Brad. And then here for the 16th, I think I heard that dinner's ready, which is good. We're gone too long already. We've only got one calendar left after this. And it's our Bon Maman, our favorite one. All right, so thick drip lip gloss in an orangey kind of color. So I'm going to pass this one off also. Maybe it was this brand that had the lip gloss that I liked. I don't even know now. It's upstairs, so I can't check. But I did really like this. All right. So last Bon Maman. 15. I will try these. Oh no. Harry and peppercorn spread. Oh, you guys. They keep mixing these berry or not these well, cherry. They keep mixing these with weird things. Like I want just a normal. Ugh. All right. Okay, well, it did say peppercorn, right? Yes. Cherry pink peppercorn spread. Um, I didn't taste any pepper. So I don't know if that means I just didn't get some in the one that I did. Um, but yeah, that was actually pretty good. I didn't taste any pepper. Maybe it's supposed to be a light. I mean, Dr. Pepper's my favorite soda, so all right. So the 16th. Oh, The little saying for the 15th was shine bright, and the little saying for the 16th is be merry and bright. And this one is mixed berries spread. Yay! Is it seedy? I don't see any seeds. Hmm, it is seedy. Okay. Not a fan of the seeds. I feel like it's stuck in my teeth. This one is blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries. Yeah, you kind of have to just swallow the seeds, right? Because you can't really chew them. So, yeah, I guess I'm a snob when it comes to that. I don't want seeds. But there are those of you that love seeds, aren't there? So, yay for you. All right, well, that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my Temu haul and the advent calendars and these stupid little glasses. Like, what the heck? What the heck, Temu? But yeah, so hopefully this video will turn out okay. Don't don't pounce on me in the comments if it's not, but um I don't know. I got to figure I like being able to pause. I really really like that. But obviously I need to be like it looks okay now. It's just showing things that have words on it that's hard. So I'll just see if I can do research and figure out something better for that. And hopefully the sound is okay. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I can't wait to see you again. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and click a thumb, leave a comment. Make sure you check out my comments for if or my description in case you are interested in any of these products. I am wearing Pair Eyewear. My referral code is down below, not sponsored. Just love them so much. And if you're wanting to do a planner next year with me and you don't have a bring your own planner, check out my Etsy shop listed below. And um, in case I've got a digital planner, you can print your own kind of thing, which is nice because I've got like lined pages, dot pages, and you never get enough of those when you buy the pack at the store. So then you just print as many as you want. But anyway, enough of a plug for me. Wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself.